Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fallen Sandwich Gaming with the continuation of our coverage of Rise of Rasalhague release week. This is episode 6, day 6. So, just a little update, did a couple of things in between episodes. I don't think I ever showed the loadout I decided to go with for the Sidewinder, the Dragon Sidewinder, that is what SDW stands for. So, we just went with chem lasers. Just to sort of limit the heat buildup, because there's not a lot of room for heat sinks on here. We dropped the AMS. I don't really feel like it's necessary. And then we've, of course, got the SRM-6 and the AC-20 Burst. Okay, that covers that. Now, also, while we were out and about, we picked up the Crusader 3K, which is another Crusader variant. It's currently being worked on. These are just changes. I'm basically leaving it stock. I just made some changes to where things are, but I will show you that loadout once we get a little closer. So, also, there's something interesting in the equipment section, an LB-10X autocannon. It's 2 million C-bills, though, which is really sort of warning me off of it. There's also a medium pulse laser here. That's pretty darn good. I don't know if we're going to buy any of this equipment, unfortunately, just because of the current situation. There's also a Beagle active probe here, though I think we have an extra one that we pulled out of something. I might be wrong. Speaking of which, yeah, we don't actually need those jump jets, so we can sell those. Okay. Just a quick look at the mech market. There is an Archer 2R, which might be the same one we have. Yeah, it is. Same one we have. There's also another Crusader 3R, which is the same one we have. There's a Grasshopper. This is actually our Grasshopper. I sold it. Didn't really feel like it was contributing. I also ended up selling this Warhammer that we salvaged. And that was in order to pick up the additional Crusader. Now there's also this Highlander here. Obviously we're not really there on the money. But yeah, that's a pretty good version of the Highlander. It comes with the Gauss rifle. So we're going to pass on it though. I think the biggest problem with the Highlanders is they're just slow. One more thing to cover before we move on. It's not that. It's this transmission here from Hack on Magnuson. So, Commander, I hope this past year has served you and your company well. I wanted to reach out because I will soon be in need of your services for a very important task. While I cannot provide any further information at the time, just know that within 6 months I'll be reaching out to you with an offer for long-term employment. If you're interested, I would ask that you spend the next 6 months concluding any active commitments you have and prepare as many combat-ready mechs as you can. As close to a full company of 12 mechs and pilots would be preferred. Look for my offer soon. Okay. So right now, we're at exactly 12. Maybe not our best 12, but exactly 12. So, I think we want to look to maybe replace the crab, maybe pick up a couple of things. Let's take a look at our objective logs. So, is there anything in... There's Cold Snap, but we just recently did that in my other campaign, so I don't really want to do that. Where's this? That's pretty far away. What about... That's in Marek space. Okay. And I believe this is the mission that gives you the Hatchet Man. This is in Steiner space, though. I know where that one is. Okay, so I think the first order of business is going to be finding work. So we could come down to Marlowe's Rift. That's about a month of travel time. And it's a raid and a demolition. I think that's what we do. I think we head on down to Marlowe's Rift and take on that high reward quest. Because we definitely want to boost our money up a bit and potentially... Yeah, we want to go for Karita. So the coordinator of the Draconis Combine has issued a general call to arms to enlist the aid of any mercenary commands willing and able to assist in the defense efforts against the invaded forces of the Federated Suns. House Karita's vast, skilled military forces are preoccupied with pursuing conquest along the wide borders of the Great Combine. Accept a contract with House Karita and chase glory in combat as you defeat the honorless Davion forces. Payment is fair and competitive. Yeah, so we'll just lose out on the Davion option, which is fine with me. And of course, it's not actually here. It's here. So, probably do the raid first, because if we go into here, there's a skill level elite Wolf's Dragoons. I believe they are a unit of some notoriety in the Battletech universe, though I will admit I'm not well versed in Battletech lore, so I don't want to say anything inaccurate. So we will wait to go into their domain. So there's a raid mission here. It's only 32 difficulties, so it's going to be a little... That's a good payout. And it's a raid, so we don't really have to stress too much. So obviously the Black Knight's not going to be able to come. We're going to have to bring the Crab. We're at 245. Where can I drop weight? I can go down into one of the Crusaders. Yeah, so this is the 3K, and I've just left it stock for the most part. I just kind of moved the ammo around and shifted some heat sinks around. But it's fairly similar to what we're doing. It just doesn't have the ballistic slots for the machine guns. So it actually makes a little bit more sense to leave the LRMs on it. This way it has some long-range capability. It's not as much of a brawler as our personal Crusader. So let's take a look. I think we will take... I think we will send out the 3K. And then I don't think I can drop weight anywhere else. Unless I have a... I do have a quick draw. Alright, so we're still losing 4% of salvage shares on this one, but I think that's okay. In fact, I probably want this guy in the Crusader 3K. I'm just noticing he has a much better missile skill. So that is going to be just fine. Yeah. Alright, let's head on in. So... This is a solid enough group to try to run in here and make it quick.
Are making a hard push into Draconis controlled planets. We'll let the official Curitan forces handle.
Oh, there's actually something I just want to check real quick. I wasn't able to figure out how to turn that mask on. Oh, left alt. That's to activate it. Okay. Let me see something here.
We're tasked with going behind their front line and crippling their ammo stashes. Let's get in and out.
Yeah, that does make you move a lot faster, huh? But, oop. Okay, maybe shouldn't use AC ammo on that.
Nearly there, Commander. Approach the hidden object to pick it up. Kill confirmed. That's close enough. Ready to start pickup operation.
Okay.
Good. Our munitions can be restocked.
So who's running at 70 that's slowing us down? Probably the Crusader, if I had to guess.
Moving on my target.
Alright, this urban mech. Oh. Well, we did manage to score a hit. So let's test this out. Oh! Okay. This is, of course, a Kintaro. Woo! You forget sometimes how much of a beating Kintaro can actually take. Alright, then he's down. Take that Enforcer out. Whoa, okay. Alright, let's get around the back of him here. Okay. And he's down. So there's another urban mech over here. Whoa. Gotta make good use of that mask. Yeah, that definitely feels good.
Scratch that target off the list. That must be one of the tanks we're contracted for.
Let's head on in. Alright, this is our target. So let's just run right through it. Okay. I gotta say, I might have to go for the toggle. Because, ooh, there's a ton of turrets out here.
Engaging commander's target.
Okay, that'll take care of that. Alright. Yeah, so the Sidewinder is pretty fun. It's a solid machine, you know? Especially with that mask on. This thing really does some solid damage.
Boom! Dead.
Okay. There's a ton of turrets around here.
Objective down. Hostile transport ship coming in. Target down.
Alright, well I don't think we want to wait for the transport ship.
Additional forces are being deployed near you.
In fact, we just took the money, so we probably should go. Yeah, we're definitely heading out.
Tango soaked.
No point hanging around.
Alright. All ammo warehouses have been confirmed as destroyed.
Alright,
It's a shame I couldn't get our guys down there to try to steal some of the goods.
nice and easy one.
The paycheck more than make up for it.
So, looks like we did take minimal damage, just some armor damage, which is obviously the way we want to go. Yeah, that boost from the mask is awesome. I think I am going to change it to a toggle, though. That definitely was a little bit less than ideal. It's a pretty good medium laser, a bunch of small lasers, some machine guns, some heat sinks. I think we're good on heat sinks for now, so luckily I don't have to blow any more salvage points on those. I think we'll just take this large laser. Got a few mechs using them. So yeah, good job there. Good job there. Wow, 19 total kills. Yeah, we were just shooting everything that moved. And everybody on the job got a mech kill, which is nice. So there you go, a bunch of tier 1 machine guns. Always good to have those. Alright, so I think from there, probably do these repairs quick. Yeah, they're not that bad. Yeah, that's fine. Should still be over 10 million. Yep. Okay. And then it looks like Bergman's planet is the next stop. So, jump right on into here. And hopefully we can get in and out without having to deal with the Wolf's Dragoons. Because something tell me that would be a bad time. I'm almost wondering... So it's another demolition. Now I want to see something. Can I see they're uncontacted? So is there a way to contact them? It doesn't look like it. So I have no idea whose side they're on. I'm not sure if there's a way to figure out whose side they're on. This is not the good Shadowhawk. But yeah, it'll just be a surprise, I guess, if they drop on our heads. So we can go full C-bills here. Hope to make it a roughly another 9 million. Bring the same team and even get a little bit of extra salvage, which of course we're going to lose some because of our weight situation. Alright, let's jump on in and do another quick demo. Again, we definitely want to build up the bankroll and then see if we can hit an industrial hub and find something good just to round it out. We might even be able to get 2 smaller mechs instead of 1 more big mech, because something tells me we're going to need a little bit of variety in the weight class, though it depends because we don't have a 100-tonner. So here's the thing, I want to change that mask to a... I want to make this a toggle. So let's take it off of that. Yeah, I would prefer it be toggle. Alright. The only thing with it being on toggle is I just have to remember to switch it off. But I find that when it's on the left alt as a hold, I can't turn right because I need that finger. So, alright.
There goes the stealth option. No point wasting any time. Get in there and give them hell.
Okay. Got about 1,200 meters to go. It is nice and snowy, which actually kind of benefits us because we definitely have a lot more close-range firepower in this group. Alright, we're pretty close. So we're going to try to do this very fast. We only took 1 point of salvage and we're going to take a penalty for the weight, so let's try not to worry about... Oh!
There it is. I'll leave the rest of the demolition job up to you, Commander.
Okay, that's done. Okay. We're going to go ahead and get inside the base and go to work. I want them to kill that Jaeger mech. Yeah, that is a Jaeger mech. Jaeger mech wouldn't be a bad addition, all said and done. A little bit heavier than what I'm thinking of.
You've managed to demolish about half of the target's buildings. Crack on, Commander. You're going after the HQ.
Yeah. Just go right into hyperspeed with that mask.
Commander, only 25% of this area remains.
Okay, don't wanna overdo it.
Target down. Engaging commander's target.
Now where is the... Oh, there's the exfil over there. Alright. Let's gather the group. And get going. Alright, like I said, we don't want to overdo it with the mask, so...
Boom. Dead.
Yeah, I mean, there's no glory to be had in killing locusts anyway. Yeah, gotta watch that. Just throw some shots out that way. You're a little late, buddy.
I guess there's no more reason to hang around. Let's get you out of here, Commander.
So luckily no Wolf's Dragoon sighting. I do want to run into a mercenary company. I think it would be really cool to see the rivals mechanic. So, who knows? I mean, it doesn't look like we took a lot of damage from that quick mission. So, maybe we'll stick around in the area and see if anything else pops its head up. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so again, I mean... We still made a roughly 3 million on that. And we got a spider as a reward, so it's fine, and an additional 1.1 million C-bills. So the spider is like, spider's bad. I mean, if we're being perfectly honest, but it's a free light mech, so I think I'm fine to just leave it as part of the group. Hopefully, we don't get into a position where we need that to do anything, because it could be pretty bad. So this is a mission down here at Lucerne, so I can go to New Mendham and then maybe take like a couple of missions over there. So that's the other thing, once you get to a certain amount of mechs in the bay, it can be very expensive monthly, so I got to keep that in mind. If we are... So this is a Marauder. It's in good condition. 2 ERPPCs. Comes with double heat sinks. I think this is a good addition. There's also the 2K, which swaps the 4 medium lasers for 2 large. But again, it's just no heat sinks on these things. And a Panther, which, you know... But I think a Marauder is kind of right up my alley in terms of something to add. Let's also just take a look real quick. They have pilots available. Anybody stellar? This is McClendon, who's okay. I mean, he's a 46, so he's got good... Actually, he would be one of our better pilots. And then I think we'll keep him around, because we really don't know what to expect in these Rise of Rasalhague missions. It could get pretty hairy. So I'm going to buy this Marauder. It's in perfect condition, so I see no reason not to. And let's go ahead and just do quick repairs that we have to do. Of course, the not-so-quick repair... Luckily, we have everything we need, but 117... that's not a ridiculous amount of money. I guess I'm not that upset about it. Let's take a look at the Spider quick. Again, jump jets, just not really on the to-do list. We can max out the armor, shift that down, and shift that down, and yeah, that's a Spider. I mean... Let's see, is there anything... probably do a little bit more there. That's fine. Do that. Okay. Yeah, this is as good as it's gonna get here. So let's. Where did that add? There. Okay. Let's do that. It's nice and cheap. Like I said, I don't know if we're going to what the weight requirements are really going to look at. So I think it's fine to keep that kind of stuff around. So this is obviously going to have to go down to the legs. This is maxed. The legs aren't. The arms aren't. Which, it really can't afford to lose any of the heat sinks with these double ERPPCs. I think I'm going to run it stock standard and see how it goes. As long as it doesn't get cored, it's fine. 394 is even a little bit light armor-wise. Just trying to think, what could I even do? If I had 2 of those, it would be a no-brainer. We'd just go large lasers instead of the PPCs. But I think we're going to run it standard and just see how it does, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I can't even really afford to take anything off the head. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to move the ammo and see how it does standard. So, apply all, select all, apply. And there we go. There's the Marauder in our colors. That's pretty hot looking, I'm not going to lie. That looks pretty darn good. So, we do have a targeted kill in Matar. It is for Kurita and against the Independents. There's also a few missions down here. I don't really want to do a beachhead if we need to be ready fairly soon. Don't know if I'd want to do a battlefield for Davion either. I guess we'll go do this targeted kill, which should be a ton of fun. It's good to be doing missions for Kurita because they're going to give us the best payout. You know, that's pretty much the only prioritization I'm doing. Now, I didn't look. The Waco Rangers skill level, veteran, mech level, all. So we really don't know what to expect if these guys happen to show up. But we'll see. So this is a 400 tonnage limit. Active enemy artillery replacements. Mercenaries active. Targets are traveling together. So we're probably going to come in under tonnage, is my best guess. Let me see something here. It's 33 salvage points. It's a 2 million payout standard. We're probably going to take some damage. I think let's just do it. Let's be bold. Let's be bold. I don't know why I would be, but we're going to do it. So, I think I should probably bring the Victor. Do I want to be in the Victor? I think I want to be in the Victor. And then let's shift this around a bit. Let's put Anthony in the front. And then we just got that other guy, McClendon. Or girl, or whatever. And then the last one is Easel, who's a 42. Okay. So the Awesome's gonna come. Probably the best one to use it is Anthony. And then the Zeus, which is fine on McClendon. Actually, we'll have we'll put the Zeus with Easel because it's a little bit better all-around skills. And then McClendon will take the Black Knight to round it out. Yeah, that's a lot of PPCs in the Lance if we bring the Marauder. And if we lose those double heat sinks, this thing's efficiency goes way down. So in the interest of not redesigning the Marauder immediately, we're going to just take the Black Knight. So we are 75 under? 85 under? whatever. Let's see what happens. It's a targeted kill, so we'll just have to be careful. I do hate that there's active enemy artillery, but I don't want to jump on the star map and travel again. And whoa!
This bounty is only payable if we bring the entire group to justice. So you will have to search the area and ensure that everyone on our list is found and dealt with before we can pack it in.
But I don't want to. What's the word? Oh, they're here as our friends. Hey guys. The Cyclops? Is that 4 Cyclopses? Oh man. Good thing we weren't fighting them. That's a Highlander holding a sword. Anybody else see that and think it's totally ridiculous, or just me? Alright. Let's get out of the line of fire a little bit here. Come around the side. See if I can hit this stalker. I do want to... Yeah, there we go. Try to isolate the stalker. Come on. Stalker's down?
That mech has some valuables on it. Go over and pick it up. Let's see if there's anything we can use.
Well, I would love to.
We've got our main guy. Good job.
Okay, let's get some cover again. Let's try to use the angles. Whoa! Well, I want to see what I can get from that stalker, though. Alright, I just want to try to pick this salvage up quick and then we can get out of here. So what was that? Was that just ammo? Oh no, that's actually pretty good salvage. Well, we want this stuff.
That's too dangerous to leave unattended. Better bring it aboard the ship.
This is a new feature on these targeted kills.
Beginning pickup operation.
Oh man, there's all kinds of salvage in here. This could end up being a really awesome mission for us. I feel like they upgraded the lighting on these salvage crates also. They seem to stick out a lot more.
Nearly there, Commander. Approach the hidden object to pick
Man, these Waco Rangers dropping in made that mission so much easier. So, that was really cool. That was definitely cool. I mean, that almost felt like a cheat code, you know? So I guess they're aligned with Davion. Or, sorry, not Davion. They must be aligned with Karita then. So there you go. There's our first, there's our first interaction with the rivals. Man, that was really cool. If those 4 Cyclopses hadn't been friendly, oh man, that would have been awful. This is some good stuff. Yeah, this is all the salvage from the battlefield. That's really cool. So, there's the Highlander 733 PP. Nah, that's a pretty bad version of the Highlander. Stalker 3H. Stalker 3H got some solid equipment. I think we'll take it. And then I think we go the salvage from there. Let me just see, was there any... No double heat sinks, which is a little sad. Bunch of small lasers. You should know how I feel about small lasers at this point. I guess we'll take the LRM-15. Alright, so not bad at all. Not bad at all. We didn't even really take any damage. Kind of used the Waco Rangers as a meat shield. The Bounty Hunter. Oh, this is another new thing. It says, well, if it isn't Kid Mason, the prodigal son has finally returned to the game. I see you finally popped your cherry tangling with some of the MRB's best and brightest. Me, I've never much trusted any interstellar bureaucracy that claims neutrality while also holding the reins on how we soldiers of fortune dispense death across the inner sphere. I prefer a much more face-to-face approach to my craft, which is why I'm reaching out. Kid, you might not have known this, but your old man was a acquaintance of mine. He would feed me info, and in return I would kick back some extra C-bills and supplies his way. All I asked was that if his cavaliers happened upon some of our esteemed colleagues, he would pass along any insider info he knew my way. You know, comms frequencies, IFF transponder codes, gun cam footage, and battle computer recordings of any sorties or scuffles he would get into with them. Now that you're stepping up to the plate in a big way, I'll hand you the same offer I gave him. Feed me useful info on other merc outfits, and I'll pay you out with rewards the House Lords or those MRB robes could never dream of offering you. The juicier the info, the better I'll pay you out. I'll even put a premium on tactical computer recordings for each merc outfit you beat in combat. Attached to this message, you'll find relay instructions to pass along any information you have. If you run into any issues with any local information brokers, just tell them the hunter sent you. I'll be in touch. That's pretty cool. Bounty Hunter is willing to provide payment in exchange for information on rival mercenary companies. Fighting with or against rival mercenary companies will provide intel to the hunter. Gathered intel points are provided to the bounty hunter for completing missions in which a rival mercenary force makes a friendly or hostile intervention. You gain higher point rewards for destroying rival mercenary forces who initiate a hostile intervention. Accumulating enough intel points will raise your hunter level, providing you with rewards for each hunter level gained. Obtaining higher levels can lead to unique rewards only available from the bounty hunter. Successfully destroying a rival mercenary force during a hostile intervention will award a takedown badge of the corresponding mercenary unit. These badges will give you a large one-time intel point bonus for each badge you collect. Collected takedown badges can be viewed in the operations screen. Acquiring takedown badges is the fastest way to increase hunter levels. That's really cool. Yeah, like we'll accept it, but we're not going to go do it. Okay, so how do you get to that? Faction standings? Is there a way to view that? Barracks? Operations? I guess not. I guess not. Whatever. So, yeah, that's pretty darn cool. Anyway, with all of that information being taken in, this is where we're going to wrap up today's episode, guys. So do me a favor, if you enjoyed what you saw here today, please like, comment, and subscribe. You know, everything you guys do helps out the channel. So thank you so much for joining me, and have a great day.